Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about Rule 34, if not all. If you've been on the internet for any point of time in your entire life, you know about Rule 34, whether you know about it by definition or you have experienced it inadvertently. Rule 34 just states that anything that exists on the internet can and will be made into adult material. Now, this sort of material is obviously shared online, obviously, in sites such as Rule34 itself. So, somebody has decided to create a game based on Rule34. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about Wordle, which is obviously, I'm sure all of you have played Wordle at some point in time, which is currently, I think, New York Times best selling product as well, because they are earning more money through their games rather than the newspaper itself, which is crazy. But yeah, you've all played Wordle, but have you played Rule34dle? Now that's the big question, because today we are going to be doing that. I am inadvertently going to be exposing the amount of knowledge I have about this sort of stuff, but I really don't think anybody cares. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, as you can see, this is a Rule 30 portal. It's a pretty fun game, honestly, if you if you want to play with friends or something. But yeah, and also there's a Twitch integration. I don't do Twitch that much, but I guess you could if you wanted to. Maybe someday, who knows? Um, but yeah. So without any further ado, let's get started. So, Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh versus Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold. Now, personally, I've never seen Hey Arnold. I've heard about Hey Arnold, but I've obviously seen or heard about Yu-Gi-Oh a lot more than Hey Arnold. And I don't think, and I hope this girl, who is probably underage, does not beat Yu-Gi-Oh in the amount of points. And I also think that. So I'm just gonna go with Yu-Gi-Oh. So the game is just essentially you have to pick the one that you think has the higher amount of posts on Rule 34, and that's just an estimation of what you like, how much you've explored the certain genres, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, that is still bad, but I think it's good. Okay, clear Pokemon. Okay, okay, obviously we have to go with this. Just the sheer popularity of Pokemon should bring that up. Okay, Fire Emblem. Okay, this is kind of hard. Okay, so Fire Emblem is pretty popular, and this is a good looking character. So I think there would be a lot of Rule 34 about this character. But you know what? Okay, yeah, let's go with this person. With Ingrid Brandel Galatea. I was correct, although marginally. But yeah, so oh, this is also for from Fire Emblem. Okay, now I'm confused because I haven't seen Fire Emblem or even explored Fire Emblem. Not that I've explored anything in this kind of scenario. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with um Ingrid instead of Lysithea, if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna okay, I was wrong. So yeah, that's the game loop. Essentially, you just play and you start over. Okay. Neliel from Bleach or Jun from Tekken. Okay, as popular as Tekken is, I don't think a lot of people are going around making fan art, let's just say, of Jun from Tekken. And I'm sure it's definitely not more than somebody from Bleach. Okay, I'm just gonna stop explaining that much, so you can just have fun, I guess. Okay, why did I click that one? Okay, okay, I clearly explained that I was trying to click Bleach. All right. Um, Nine Tails. What? Okay. Um, uh, why does Nine Tails from Pokemon have? I mean, okay, it is Rule 34, so the rule does exist. But really, come on, it's a nine-tailed fox. Okay, Vocaloid versus Nine Tails. I prefer Vocaloids compared to Ninetales in this, like Mako compared to Ninetales in this scenario. But I'm pretty sure Ninetales has more stuff. That is 10 times the amount of posts. Oh my god. That is the highest number we've seen so far, by the way. So Ninetales isn't just for show. Oh, do you think they do tentacle stuff with their tails? I'm just gonna leave it out there. But yeah, pretty interesting. Toshido from Bleach once again. I still think Ninetales is gonna top this. Yeah, nowhere even close to this thing. Okay, Chestnut from Pokemon. Once again, I know, I have a feeling that people are depraved enough that Chestnut is higher than Toshiro, but I am going to believe in humanity. Like I'm putting my trust, and I'm going to go with Toshiro. Okay, okay. That's nice. That's nice. We're staying in mind. Levi, obviously. Levi, obviously. This is not even a question. Okay, I think Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, like I think Aerith has more fan art. Obviously, okay. Okay. So far I've been decent. Dixie Kong. No, okay, Aerith. I'm glad I was correct. Dabi, okay, yeah. Dabi, okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Um Pekoyama Peko from Tangoran. So I've never heard of this character. I don't know if this. I'm gonna go with Dabi. Okay, once again, I'm correct. The reason I'm laughing is that I would bet all my life savings and like 100 times more that Twilight Sparkle has uh, has a very very good amount of fan art on Rule 34, especially because of the bronies and stuff. Okay, I don't know if the bronies are like into this. Okay, I'm just gonna exclude that part. Just don't do it. But I obviously Twilight Sparkle has to take the win, which is sad here, but it's also the kind of fun that you have playing Rule 34 because it's like that is not morally correct, but that is the. I expected her to be like pretty high, and the highest we had so far, but not by like this much. But yeah, so okay, no chance this is gonna beat him. Yeah, Hina Aoi. Okay, yeah, this is taking the cake. Okay. Now, does Majin Buu have more posts than Asahina? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. It is still higher than I would like, but okay. Fatal Fury might just the figure itself should tell you stuff. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. Pretty reasonable. What do you mean dark chocolate cookie? What? Okay. First of all, why do you have a cookie on Rule 34? What? And second of all, I don't think a cookie is going to beat my Shirunai. Okay. Shirano, yeah. Yeah, okay. But 217? Okay. Okay, so there are franchises in here as well, but I don't what first of all, why are there Rule 34 posts on Professor Layton the video game? What? This is like a children's video game, bro. Why are there posts about it? Rule 34 isn't meant to be taken literally. Um but yeah, I've never heard of this, so I'm just gonna stick with dark choco cookie. Okay. At least we got 14. At least we got 14. Okay, Grand Theft Auto has to be. Okay, Grand Theft Auto has to have more than Rex from Xenoblade or Xenoblade, but yeah, okay, Grand Theft. Yeah, because the entire franchise should be bigger, or franchise should be bigger than that. Uh, Tales of series. Okay, now I'm just gonna go with Rex. Okay, and obviously that was a stupid decision. All right, so yeah, stupid decision from my side. If you have a franchise, you should go for that. Obviously, um, DC Comics or Rosa. I think DC Comics is winning. Okay, obviously, yeah, because there's Catwoman, Black Canary, everybody. Okay, no chance. That's pretty respectable, but no. Ooh, Marina from Splatoon. I don't think she's that. I'm I'm gonna stick with this one, and I was wrong. Obviously, once again. Alia from League of Legends and Lenora from Pokemon. I'm gonna go with Lenora. Okay, once again I was okay, so this should serve as an example that I am not a person who indulges in this stuff, right? People who know me can vouch for me in the comments, I think. But yeah, once again, a literal rat animal versus a hot woman. Why are we being asked these kinds of questions? Yeah, okay, this one's the Smurfs. The Smurfs as okay, I think the Smurfs should have more than 3.5k posts. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's one thing. When I believe in humanity, it doesn't work out most of the time when I'm playing this game. But when I give up hope, surprisingly, people are decent enough. Or maybe I am degenerate in that sense. I'm just gonna go with the first one there. But Annette or no, okay, it's Nike or Nike. You know the game that's very popular for gooners. Yes, I'm just gonna go with how does that? Okay, remember Fire Emblem is better. Arms Trish from Devil May Cry franchise. Let's go with franchise. Okay, 11,000 posts, perfect. Very nice. And okay, franchise is winning. I think Arms is winning. Jesse from Brawl Stars. I think Jesse's winning. Yeah, Jesse's winning. Lois Lane, obviously. Lois Lane. If you or Lois Lane. If okay, once again, I'm very confused here. Lois Lane or Victini. I think it will be Lois Lane. That's nice. That's nice to know. Seth Lowell. Oh, it's from ZZZ. Personally, once again, I don't play ZZZ, but ZZZ is a gooner game. So yeah. Okay, close, I guess. Okay, Slime, Dragon Quest, or Whitney from Animal Crossing. Slime, thank you. Goombella from Paper Mario or Whitney from Animal Crossing. Whitney? Okay, I was wrong again. Okay, both are from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. It is on my list, but I've shifted to light novels from a very good time. So I'm not sure which one is. I think I'm just gonna go with I think the woman. Okay, I was wrong. Blackbeard from One Piece or Jade from Dragon Quest. Blackbeard. Yeah. Obviously that would not be my personal choice, but yeah. And okay, once again, um, isn't she underage? Okay, Nessa from Pokemon or Blackbeard. Nessa, obviously. Now this game reveals. Okay, this I remember was I think around 2.9 or something. 3.5. Okay, so Iris from Mega Man. Mm, I'm not that big of a Mega Man fan once again. I think, okay, so to be good at this game, you either have to be into every niche or you just have to be such a diehard gooner that you've seen every genre once in your life. Uh, I'm just gonna stick with Nyo Tengu. Yeah, safe bet. Okay. Zoe from Fortnite. Fortnite wins. Okay, Fortnite wins. Yeah, Zoe from Fortnite wins. Toho Project. Okay. Now I'm hoping Toho wins here. Toho Project. It should. It does. It does. It does. I'm not wrong. Whitney from Pokemon. Once again, underage, I think. Let me just look it up honestly. 35. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go with this. By 40 posts. By 40 posts, we are correct. Yeah, okay, and Bleach takes the cake here. Nelly L takes the cake. My bad. I don't know why I keep using their like the names of the series or something. Okay, May should take the win here, I feel. Okay, it is sad that it doesn't. Okay, you could see that I personally preferred May here. I didn't think a lot. But Vivian from Paper Mario, oh my god. What is the material here? How do you make 2000 posts out of this? And I was gonna go with this. Okay, I knew that was a fail, honestly. I kind of knew that was a fail. It was just my fault in believing in humanity at this point. Prism from Dispatch. Okay, why? Okay, so this is I want to say, why is it so less? Because I personally love Prism as a character, and plus she's hot too, obviously. But yeah. So it has to be Sasha because she's been around for so long. Yeah. But obviously, Dispatch is a game that I do want to talk about. I'm glad they brought this up. Kind of, I will do a video on Dispatch as well. I do want to do that, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. And Johnny Cage, obviously, Johnny Cage has to be in here. I mean, honestly, Johnny Cage is hot to me as a guy as well. I mean, why did I specify that? I mean, Johnny Cage is hot. This is just a thing. No, Street Fighter. Okay, I underestimated. Okay, Tool of Rue has a lot of has a lot of Google material, but 33,000. Yeah, I think it'll be 33. Metroid, really? Game Boy Metroid? What the hell? What are people going into? Waluigi or Princess Peach? I wanna click Princess Peach. Yeah, okay. Thankfully, people are not into Waluigi that much. Hilda Valentine Gunner? G- Goneril? I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names at this point. Yeah, Hilda Valentine Goneril from Fire Emblem. I think they have more. Yeah, they do. Noel from Genshin Impact. It's Genshin Impact. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. It's Ari from League of Legends. Or Olivia. It's obviously, I don't think anybody's beating 23,000 out of the blue. Isabel, obviously, has to have, yeah, okay, 18,000 posts almost. Why? Why? Gargoyles, the animated series, Isabel is winning. Yeah. When you have a popular character like that, you don't get to pick Gargoyles or Remelia Scarlet. And the thing is, I know absolutely jack shit about both of these options that we have, so I'm just gonna go with the Toho project. I was right, but okay, my guess was right by 140 something. Once again, Tohan, I don't think she's gonna beat this one. Okay, she did beat this one by a lot. Ah, you know what the answer is. I know what the answer is. Honestly, this is quite a good um character, I'd say, from a aesthetic point of view. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Zootopia, obviously. I'm I'm honestly surprised it's only 32. Hero from Dragon Quest, no. No way. No way that is beating Zootopia. Ash Ketchum, yes. See, the thing is, Ash is popular enough. Okay, Mark and Key. Now that is an ecchi anime. I think it's actually by Takeda Hiromitsu, right? So I don't want to I don't want to divulge too much information, but Takeda Hiromitsu is a very good artist. Um, so yeah, I think he made Mark and Key. Hmm. But I don't think the one season has enough content to beat Ash Ketchum. Yeah, no, that's it. 2020 chapter. Okay, he wins. because of the sole popularity of One Piece that wins, and Isabella Valentine from Soul Calibur. I think, yeah. Okay, yeah. Anna Williams from Tekken. No, Isabella. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Cinderella, Disney, Cinderella. Should okay. I was wrong. See, once again, I was like, okay, people would love to ruin the morality, because making it immoral makes it hotter in a way. Okay, I'm just gonna stop explaining myself. But Silver the Hedgehog. Once again, I was wrong. Okay, Fire from Splatoon or Tomura Shigaraki. I forgot how to say his name. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I think it will still be Fire, although Tomura is a pretty popular character. Yeah, he's just not mainstream enough to have that much. Kasumi Yoshizawa, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5, just because it's Persona 5. Yeah. Street Fighter, the entire this thing, yeah, obviously. 92,000, bro. Chun Li, okay, how much do you think Chun Li is up? Like, how what portion of that do you think is Chun Li? Let me know in the comments. Oh, that's the first time I've done like a good actually plug for the comments. But I mean, if you have the time, I guess. 19, you are not beating that shit, bro. I'm sorry. Fedra from Fortnite. Nope, not popular enough. Once again, not popular enough. There's a few rules that if you follow. Okay, so because it's a franchisee, I know nothing about this because it's a franchise, I'm just gonna go with this. Yeah, so it wins in an individual. Okay, Endeavor is pretty popular, but not in this sphere. It was close, but my bet was safe because it was a franchise. Master Roshi, yeah, Master. How does Master Roshi not beat Endeavor, bro? Master Roshi is in so many cuckold Dragon Ball. Is in so many cuckold Dragon Ball. So- okay. But yeah, okay. Golden Freddy or Medley. So it's either internal temp too high. Oh my god. Okay. Hello. Yes. So as you saw, the internal temperature of the camera went up because I was recording while charging, which might be kind of stupid. But so yeah, the video was cut short, and that's it for now. So first of all, this was like a very off script, just top of the head video. I didn't really do anything in this. I just wanted to do it for fun. So let me know how you feel about it. Do I do more of this, or do you want more of the scripted stuff? And also, there is an AO3 version of this, so if you would like me to check that out, I can do that as well. And yeah, I will be making more videos, so look forward to it. And thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.